I will eventually read a lot of this book, but right now I will read the end parts of the book because tomorrow is Dashera. From the chapter The Blue Lotus, Ram said, Indrajit worships Kali, Mahiravan worships Kali, Ravan worships Kali. Perhaps I should also worship Kali, but while they make offerings of fear through human sacrifices, I shall offer her only love through 108 lotuses. These were gathered and Ram began worshipping the goddess. He chanted her many names and with each name offered a lotus flower. To test Ram's devotion to her, Kali caused one of the lotus flowers to disappear. And so, when Ram was chanting the 108th name, he found he was one lotus short. Ram did not want to stop the ritual, so he decided to offer one of his eyes instead. For did his mother not describe him as lotus-eyed? He picked up an arrow and was about to carve out his eye when the goddess appeared before him as Durga, who is as wild as Kali and as demure as Gauri, who looks like a bride but is a warrior ready to jump into battle astride a lion. Stop, she said, and blessed Ram, assuring him of victory in battle. Thus Ram entered the battle with the blessings of Durga, who is Shakti. Ravan entered the battle chanting the name of Shiva. The story of Ram offering his eye to Durga is popular in Bengal. In many households, during Dashera, 108 lamps are lit to commemorate his offering of 108 lotuses to the goddess. The goddess is worshipped for 9 nights in spring. Ram is responsible for also shifting goddess worship to autumn. Hence, the worship of Durga in autumn is called Akal Bodho. I'm sorry for the wrong pronunciation. Untimely invocation. Suryakant Tripathi Nirala, he is a Hindi poet. Okay, very nice. Wrote the iconic Ram Ki Shakti Puja, the Shakti worship of Ram, based on his episode from the Bengali Ramayana. The episode draws attention to the personal sacrifices that must be made in order to reach one's goal. Durga is a less wild form of Kali. She is less domesticated than Gauri. She stands in between bride and warrior. Kali is more associated with the Rakshasas and Durga with Ram, indicating Ram embodies civilization and not Ravan. As Ram and Ravan invoked Shiva for blessings, Shakti asked Shiva, who do you really support? Both, of course. Ram will win because he will make Ravana see. Ravan will win because he will finally open his eyes, said Shiva. Ravan remembered Supranakha with her bleeding nose, the mocking tail of Hanuman, the burning towers of Lanka, Vibhishana's betrayal, Sulochana on Indrajit's funeral pyre, the dismembered body of Kumbhakarna, the ribbed mouth of Taranisen, and the lamentations of Mandodari. And this made him grow angrier and angrier. Ram kept thinking of Sita, quietly awaiting him somewhere behind the walls, and he became calmer and calmer. After Ravan died, or he was killed, Ram then discarded his weapons, walked up to Ravan, sat at his feet, joined his palms, and spoke to Ravan in a gentle voice. Noble one, son of Vishwarav and Kekasi, devotee of Shiv, brother of Supranakha, Vibhishan and Kumbhakarna, father of Indrajit, uncle of Taranisen, friend of Maharivarn, husband of Mandodari, I salute you. I am Ram, who was responsible for mutilating your sister's body, for which I am duly punished, which I have been duly punished. I am Ram, whose wife you abducted, for which you have been duly punished. We owe each other no debts, but I seek from you knowledge that you wish to leave behind as your legacy. Like a dying lamp restored to life with a fresh offering of oil, Ravan's eyes lit up. I realize I never saw you, Ram. I just saw the man whom my sister hated, my brothers respected, my queens admired, and Sita loved. In seeking knowledge from me, you are hoping that I will finally expand my mind and discover the essence of the Vedas, which has eluded me even though I know all the hymns and all the rituals. You are the ideal student whose curiosity makes the teacher wiser. I bow to you. Brahma tells us that to receive we have to give, but most of us, like Indra, seek to receive without giving. Shiva seeks nothing, so he does not bother with the accounts of giving or receiving. But only Ram, who is Vishnu, receives by simply giving. That is why Sita follows him, not me. Ravan then breathed his last. Thousand-headed demon. Just as Sita took her place beside Ram, a roar was heard from the horizon, and a creature with 1,000 heads rose from beyond the hills. That is Ravana's twin who lives in the Pushkar island, said Vibhishan, quivering with fear. Even Ravan feared him. Before Ram could reach for his bow, everyone saw an incredible sight. Sita suddenly transformed. Her eyes widened, her skin turned red, her hair became unbound, and she sprouted many arms with which she grabbed sticks and stones of the Vanaras and the sword and spears of the Rakshasas. Thus armed, she leapt onto a lion that appeared out of nowhere and rushed to battle with the demon. It was a fierce battle, the goddess with her many arms pounding the demon who dared interrupt her union with her husband. She ripped out his entrails, chopped away his limbs, crushed his heads, broke his knees, and drank his blood. Thus satiated, she returned to sit beside Ram as the demure Sita, a gentle smile on her lips. No words were spoken. Everyone was stunned by the realization that Sita was Gauri, who was also Kali. She had allowed herself to be abducted. She had allowed herself to be rescued. She was the independent goddess who had made Ram the dependable god. Now the last and the final. Hanuman stopped speaking, suddenly aware that he had been describing events he had not witnessed. ये जब सब कुछ when it just everything comes to an end. When Hanuman is telling the tale to someone. Hanuman stopped speaking, suddenly aware that he had been describing events he had not witnessed. The narration was as much for him as it was for the Nagas who sat before him spellbound. In the glow of Vasuki's gems, Hanuman realized he was being told something he was not willing to accept. I have told you all that I know of Ram Sita, said Hanuman. Now please point me to the ring of Sita's Ram. Why do you call him Sita's Ram? Why not just Ram? Why do you call her Ram Sita? Why not just Sita? Asked Vasuki, ignoring Hanuman's impatience. Ravana's rage separated Sita from Ram. Ayodhya's gossip separated Ram from Sita, but Hanuman's tongue will never separate Sita from Ram or Ram from Sita. Yet you seek to stop Yam who seeks to bring the two together. Silence ensued as realization dawned. Hanuman's shoulders fell. His heart sank as he felt Ram's yearning for Sita on the other shore. Taking a deep breath, he said, "Still, I must complete my mission. I have told you the story. Now where is the ring?" "You will find it there," said Vasuki, pointing to a vast mountain in the center of Naglok. Hanuman rushed to the mountain and found to his surprise it was no mountain but a gigantic pile of rings. Each ring looked like an exact copy of Ram's ring. "What is this mystery?" he asked Vasuki. The 7 hoods of Vasuki sprouted 1,000 hoods as he spoke. "Did you think there was only the one? As many rings, so many Rams. Every time a ring falls into Naglok, a monkey follows it and Ram up there dies. There is not the first time it has happened. This is not the last time it will happen. Every time the world awakens and Treta Yuga begins, Lakshmi rises from the earth as Sita and Vishnu descends from the sky as Ram. Every time the Treta Yuga ends, Sita returns to the earth and Ram to the sky. So it has happened before, so it will happen again. The enormity of the cosmos and of Ram's story suddenly unfolded before Hanuman's eyes. Why does the story repeat itself again and again? So that every generation realizes the point of human existence, which is fear is a constant and faith is a choice. Fear comes from karma, from faith arises dharma. Fear creates Kekais and Ravans, streets full of gossip, families with rigid rules and fragile reputations. They will always be there. Faith creates a Sita and a Ram. They will come into being only if we have faith that the mind can expand until we do not abandon the world even when the world abandons us. Hanuman remembered how Sita and Ram were always at peace, whether in the palace or in the forest, whether together or apart. Committed to each other, they did not fear the forces that strove to break their commitment. Yes, there were doubts, uncertainties, anxieties, but these only served to unfold more wisdom. They understood the ways of the world and the nature of the living creatures and loved them unconditionally. Hanuman bowed to Vasuki for making explicit the implicit. Leaving Ram's ring behind in Naglok, Hanuman rose back through the tunnel and found in Ayodhya desolate without its lord. He followed the footprints of Ram to the banks of the Sarayu and learned how his master had walked into the river, chanting Sita's name, while all of Ayodhya stood on the river bank weeping. He could not rise again. He would never rise again. Love and Kush sat on the throne. Would they share this throne? If anyone could, they would. The waters that contained Ram seeped into the earth that contained Sita and caused the seeds to germinate. Leaves rose, flowers bloomed, fruits formed. Love and Kush ate the fruits with relish. Happy Dashara.